La Rioja, Spain, a land of rolling hills and never-ending vineyards, a sunny paradise where life is easy and wine is everywhere. I'd heard stories, legends of a secret winery, a place where time stopped, where the grapes held secrets passed down for generations. I had to find it. My adventure started in Logrono, a city bursting with life. The air filled with the smell of Rioja's best wines, but I wasn't there for the usual tourist stuff. I wanted something more, something real, something secret. The old woman in the market knew something. Her eyes, wrinkled with age, had a playful sparkle. "The Bodega Olvidada," she rasped, her voice a low whisper. "The forgotten winery." She pointed me towards the hills. A mysterious map, drawn on a napkin, was my only guide. The legend said the winery was built centuries ago by a rebellious nobleman. Hidden away, it showed his love for winemaking. People said the wines were legendary, aged perfectly in oak barrels, untouched by time. Well, maybe. The map was useless. It looked more like a kid's drawing. Squiggly lines meant to be roads disappeared into nothing. I stopped in a small village. A group of old men sat in the shade of a huge oak tree playing cards and sipping wine. "Bodega Olvidada?" I asked, holding up the napkin. They exchanged knowing glances. One pointed down a dusty track, barely a path. "Sigue el gallo," he chuckled. "Follow the rooster." Hours went by. The sun was hot on my back. The track twisted and turned, taking me deeper into the wilderness. I was thirsty. I was losing my patience. I came across a small farmhouse. A woman, her face tanned from the sun, stood in the doorway. "Bodega Olvidada?" I croaked, desperate for directions, or at least some water. She shook her head. "No comprendo," she replied, speaking in a local dialect I couldn't understand at all. Just when I was about to give up, I saw him. A rooster. Not just any rooster, this one was amazing. Feathers the color of shiny gold, a bright red comb, and a strut that would make a bullfighter jealous. He looked at me with intelligent eyes, then turned and walked down a narrow path I hadn't seen before. Could this be it? Was this Pepe, the guardian of the forgotten winery? The path led to a hidden valley, and there it was. The Bodega Olvidada, half hidden among the vines, a small stone building, its walls covered in ivy. I pushed open the creaky wooden door. The air inside was cool and damp, smelling strongly of oak and old wine. Cobwebs hung from the ceiling and dust covered the rows and rows of oak barrels. At the far end of the cellar, a single lantern flickered, making long shadows across the room. An old man came out of the shadows. His eyes, as dark and deep as the wine he protected, held a lifetime of stories. He welcomed me like an old friend. We shared a bottle of his best wine. The taste amazing, rich, complex, like nothing I'd ever tasted. As I left the Bodega Olvidada, the sun setting behind the hills, I realized something. It wasn't just about the wine, it was about the journey, the unexpected meetings, the thrill of discovering something new. So, tell me, what hidden gems have you found on your travels?